Election Day 43 days away now, with Coloradans to receive your ballots in a few weeks. Well, here at News 5, we're committed to making sure you have the tools you need to make an informed decision, including when it comes to policies and law that relate to some of the ballot questions you'll see in November. Tonight, News 5's Allison Zimmerman, along with our graphics team member Nick Chamberlain, breaking down Amendment 23 and the Budget Stabilization Act.
Amendment 23 and the negative/budget stabilization factor in less than 90 seconds. Colorado voters approved Amendment 23 in 2000. It requires a state to increase education funding with inflation every year. But with Gallagher, Tabor, and Amendment 23 combined, you throw in a nationwide recession, and there are some challenges to make sure everything is funded and that education funding increases. So in 2010, lawmakers came up with an idea known as the budget stabilization or negative factor. The name has changed a few times here. School funding has this long formula. It starts with the base per pupil funding applied to the number of students in a district. Then a few other variables are in here to come up with the total program funding. Then a percentage is applied to that number, and it reduces the amount of money from the state each district gets. Instead, it says, hey, this is how much we should be giving you, kind of like an IOU. The money is tracked every year. For example, in fiscal year 2020-2021, the percentage is about 14%. In total, that's $1.17 billion, an increase of $601 million the previous year. In some cases, the budget stabilization factor can reduce all of the state money the district would get otherwise. And this process has seen some court time. In 2014, a group of parents and education officials argued it was unconstitutional because when voters approved Amendment 23, the intent was to increase education funding. A judge ultimately ruled against that because the factor is applied to the total program funding and not the base funding per student.